Sports Talk 1080, the team. Orlando's Tuck and O'Neill. With Mike Tuck, I'm Jerry O'Neill. Got the football out. You may want to invest in some of those gloves they've been using in the NFL, Mike. I'm going to throw this thing around, hitting the ground every time it goes this way. But I digress. You have a topic football related. What is it?
Well, today is the deadline for NFL franchise tags, transition tags, and all the like. And I'm not a big fan of it. I think the value to the franchise tag is expired. But because it still exists and it's not going away until at least the next collective bargaining agreement, do you think that Major League Baseball or the NBA should have a franchise tag?
Well, I don't think the players in either of those leagues will ever adopt it. You know, they like that free agency window, et cetera. And basically the franchise tag is to extend, average of top 5 players at the position. You get the average of that for 1 year. We know how much players at the high end, or really any end, want to extend a contract a number of years, guaranteeing the kind of monies that they're going to be able to make. So I don't see it happening. Would I like it? Well, of course I'd like it. I mean, then you're able to keep your player who wants to become a free agent in your house and build around them. And, you know, maybe at the end of a year, you can't use the franchise tag back-to-back in the NFL?
You can.
You can. All right. Well, if you did that in the NBA, Major League Baseball, especially the NBA, I mean, one player in an NBA roster can be the difference maker. You know, you lose your top player in free agency in basketball, and you can become a house of cards in a hurry, right?
Well, you know, I think
the Orlando Magic, as an example.
Like Admiral Akbar said in Star Wars, it's a trap. And I just don't feel comfortable with trapping a guy who has earned the right through years of service of free agency and saying, this is where you're going to stay. We have you locked in. You can't go anywhere else. You either agree to sign a long-term deal or you get this 1-year payout. I think the NFL had good intentions when they first invented it, and I think it's gone the wrong direction when you see guys that aren't franchise players getting a tag. When a kicker's getting a tag, I think it's kind of flown the coop. It's not what it intended to be initially. Hey, we want to make sure we lock up Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or franchise guy. I just think it's a bad idea. Like you said, Major League Baseball and the NBA would never invest in such an idea.
The fans would love it. Fans would love it.
I think fans would love it and hate it at the same time, because it's one thing to tell you that, okay, the Magic, Dwight Howard, you're locked in. You're not going anywhere. You're going to be miserable with us, all right? But the downside of that is, oh, wait, we were interested in getting such and such player from that team. Oh, wait, he's not going anywhere now. So it kind of kills free agency.
Well, not really. What it does is the fear that we've had, and we've realized it more than any franchise in basketball since the mid-'90s, the loss of 2 of the best big men in their respective eras. Shaq, early, after 4 years, went on to win titles, multiple. What did he win, 3? 2 in L.A.? 3 in L.A.?
3 in L.A.
And the one down in Miami, obviously. And then, with Dwight Howard's leaving and what it's done to this franchise since, both took giant spirals. I mean, those are classic examples of why you'd want to be able to keep it. And I know that, again, we'll never see it adopted by either of the leagues, but I think those are as good of examples as you could get.
Yeah. No, you want to keep your guys, but at the same
LeBron
time,
would never have gone to Miami.
The way the system is set up, those guys still can get paid more by staying with the team they're with. They try to help out the home team, if you will, to keep their guy. But in the end, I think that if you're with a team for the way it's set up, 7 years, at that point, man, you should be able to make up your mind where you want to go. I mean, every other industry doesn't work like that. You're not locked in for life with a certain organization, right? You know, you can go out and free to find the best deal possible for you.
Most of us don't have collective bargaining with base salaries that start in the millions either. I mean, I don't know about your kind.
We do, right?
Yeah. But we are also on the radio weekday afternoons 3 to 7 on what?
Sports Talk 1080 The Team. Online, sportstalkflorida.com.
Booyah.